Hello and welcome to our first pond and garden tour of 2026. Today we're exploring 4 very different backyard ponds, and each one has something worth borrowing for your own garden. From compact designs to dramatic waterfalls and natural streams, there's plenty of inspiration ahead. Let's take a look. This was our first pond of the day. It was set in a very small backyard, but you wouldn't believe it because he's made such incredible use of the space. Some beautiful fish, and the water quality was really good. His water lilies are not in bloom because I think it's actually quite shaded.
Right, you can see that he's growing impatiens in the rocks, and we tried that once, but we had too much sun, so I think you can see that he has sunshine in part of his garden, but nothing on the pond. Oh, and there's a frog's bitter sculpture that I really wanted, and I wish I had talked to the owner about where he got it because I've looked everywhere and can't find one. I think he had about 5 water features.
I think so, yeah. Like I said, made great use of such a small space. Even managed to cram in a little putting green. You can see the fence back there, so you get an impression of how small the space is. But like everything, if you cram a lot into a small space, it makes it seem larger.
A nice bridge going over to the putting green. It's a fairly small pond, but I think he said it was 3 feet deep.
I like those reeds, although I wouldn't put them in our pond.
No, I bet he has them in a pot because they do go a bit crazy and they will overtake your pond. Really nice waterfalls. Oh, it just has one waterfall.
Some nice trees.
Mm-hmm.
And overall the vibe was very restful, very serene. That's because the water is actually quite gentle. It's not crashing. Beautiful patio.
Very nice place to put a, what are those things called? A fire pit. I don't know why I can't remember that name.
And there's another water feature. And then back here he has a dry riverbed.
Now those are always interesting when people install those, and I think it's because they get a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
And so the rocks soak the water up. So it's a really good use of that space. Pretty little pine tree.
And then we'll end on a close-up of his waterfall, which is a really nicely constructed one. Again, not too crashy, quite a serene, relaxing sound. So our next pond was quite different because it was set in a much larger space. This back garden was probably 2, maybe 3 times the size of the first garden, as you can see as we pan up here and around.
They have a lot of spaces where you can tuck in and there's seating areas. And they actually don't have a pond. It's a pondless waterfall that just goes into a basin. I don't think they had any fish, did they?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. Some very pretty daylilies.
But again, nicely done. It's kind of tucked away in the corner of the garden. So it's not the major feature. It's not the focal point. But you kind of discover it as you walk over.
Those ferns are beautiful.
Then we'll take a look at these these seating areas, set in some really tall trees. And this is quite a distance from the house.
Those decorative, I think they're meant to be poppies. They're quite good in there. I like them.
There's another hidden away nook where they can sit and relax.
They made really good use of areas that are just shaded and planting only shade perennials and shrubs, and then they had the section where they had ones that got sun.
And then we'll end on the pond. And you can see it is really nicely done. And then our third garden was again set in a relatively small space, not as small as the first one, but not as large as the second. But I think it's probably got the most dramatic waterfalls and streams. Some nice sculptures as well. I really like those tortoise.
I do too. That's an amazing hydrangea. And they had a shade area that was quite large, quite a big wooded area. That's a beautiful smoke bush. And they can grow a stilby, so you know that they have a lot of shade. And it's probably wet shade. The fish are really little.
Mm-hmm. I love the moss on those rocks.
It's really beautiful.
You know, that's amazing moss.
It is amazing moss. Sometimes it doesn't even look like the moss approaches, or the water approaches the moss, and yet there's moss in there anyway, so it has to be just the environment, the whole shade environment.
Mm-hmm. And this is the other side of that first waterfall, and again some wonderful moss. Great place to put a pot with annuals.
And all of the begonias were beautiful too. Begonias love the shade. Oof, yeah, look at that by the frog. That's fabulous.
So this next garden and pond was really, you can tell already, is really well established. We didn't ask the owners how long it had been here, but it's very well done and kind of looks like it's been here forever. Very natural looking. Probably the most natural looking of all the ponds that were on the tour today. You can see that's the end of the stream, and it runs. You can see the waterfall there. So it runs across the whole width of their garden.
And you can see how far back it goes. They have a lot of well-established trees and shrubs back there. The owner said that unfortunately he travels a lot, so he was apologizing for the way some things looked, but we honestly couldn't see anything negative about this.
And that's a wonderfully located patio there, right by that waterfall.
Those are some incredible hostas. You don't see that kind of hosta very often.
Some really nice rock work. Look at that.
Look at that. That pinkish tree is a tricolor beech. Really beautiful.
And then we come to the main waterfall, which again looks really natural and looks like it's been there for a really long time. The shade from the trees lets all that moss grow on the rocks. And although it's fairly dramatic, it's not too noisy. It's very well done. There's a bridge there going across the stream. And a few fish that can go under the bridge and swim upstream to the waterfall.
And it was really pretty. An impressive evergreen there.
If you enjoyed today's tour, I think you'll really enjoy one of our other pond and garden tours. Just click on the link on your screen and we'll continue exploring together.